after a good fresh walk, I'm not sure exactly how far, about 2 to 3 kilometers down the beach from Mpekweni, we find ourselves at a spot called Tank Bay. Now, the southerly wind has picked up, which is not ideal, and it's cleaned the water up quite a bit. But we've only got a couple of days here, so we need to make the best of it. So we're going to give it a shot. See, I'm first going to put a yellowtail out on a slide, a nice big bait. Not make it bloody, but more visible, because the water is fairly clean. And then hopefully the water temperature is still alright. It's about, so I think it's bordering on 18 degrees. At least it's not 20 again. Although, then we would have climbed into the cob. For now, there's still a chance for a good reggie, and Tank Bay is known for some very big fish. You can also get those 50 to 100 kilo reggies in abundance here. I think the fact that it's overcast, it will help us a bit. I'm going to use these the hoodlum slide trays. They're extra strong, you can see it's very thick hooks. And then I'm sliding on my Poseidon HMG Heavy. Saltiga 0.52 diver tournament. And I've caught draggies on this one, so you can see the plastic or the nylon coat or carbon coat is already coming off. Bit of a skirt for the visibility that's now in the water. Let's see if this is damaged. It's not, it's in any case advisable for the bigger reggies, and in fact the smaller ones as well, to take off your coating off the cable because of their teeth. The reggies, the cable gets stuck. The carbon coat and the nylon coat makes it get stuck in the teeth, and it wears through, and then you think you were bitten off, which you were, but purely because of that. I'm going to open that gill blade, because we want as much of the blood and stuff to come out as possible. Your front hook, your carrying hook for sliding, and this one you want as proud as possible. Now I'm suspecting some pickers, although shy sharks have been ever present, which will tap into the meat in the back. As you would have noticed, when it comes to sliding, you do fast, almost get your tip to whip, fast action to get it out faster, and then the further it goes, the longer the strokes. And you can never, I almost want to say stroke it enough, but you can never shake it enough. You need to get it down. You want it onto the leader, over your leader knot, and almost down to the ring. So when the fish picks you up, it doesn't have a chance to burn you off, because you're already on your leader and close to your ring and your sinker. That way you can act quicker. A lot of times a fish will pick you up and you'll feel it go, and as you strike it's off. Now you're either burnt off, or the other thing that regularly happens is it's on your leader knot, and as you strike it feels off, and then you go again. Then only it's reached the ring, which is all little things that all adds up in success. In getting you better success, having the right tackle, having the right line, having the right knot, having confidence in your knot, putting the right rings on, using the right slide clips. which I'm using the power swivel weighted clips from Kingfisher, and hooks, having very sharp, very strong hooks. Every little thing adds to your results. Having very fresh baits. Unfortunately, we couldn't get very fresh yellowtail, to be honest. That doesn't look great, and we're hoping for the best. I have no competition, if you can see what I mean. There's no one in the area, so maybe that will entice a fish enough. They'll be hungry enough to eat that. The southerly wind normally puts the fish off the bite, so I know it's not going to be a lot of bites, and I know we're not going to have mayhem here. We'll have the odd bite, and we'll probably have to wait for it. And for that reason, so much more you need to make sure that everything's in order, because you might just get one bite. Okay, I put a little scratch bait. Look at that. Little black spotty. They seem to be everywhere, the smaller sharks. Beautiful, eh? Today it's all about luck. With this clean water and stuff, I don't think we can expect any fireworks. So we'll be really lucky if we get some good fish. Just got myself a worthy fight. I don't know what this is, but it's going through the rocks. And straight for the rocks. Just to get it out of there. Spotty. Probably took a nice line. It really woke me up. Must be a spotted gully or something. Lovely fight, good size smooth down. That was good. Little fish, look at that, baby Poensie. Mussel cracker, black mussel cracker, or known as a punskop. That's what they look like when they're small. aggressive little fish. Okay, nice size cobby that grabbed my bait. Now as the brown water started moving in, it's warmer water, the water has actually gone a bit warmer with this wind. It's not a great wind, but I found a little spot there which has produced a couple of fish now. The smooth hound, the small Poensie, then barbel, ever present, and some brown sharks, and now the cobby. So let's hope they get bigger now. At size, remember to watch your size limit as well. Now this one we're going to keep for the plan, so I'm going to bleed it right now. Now one thing Chris Dell actually taught us last week in the league, and I saw it with Harold Fenter, guy that won our league, fishing straight little chocker baits. These are ugly already, but neat little small chocker baits. You can go smaller than this for the cob, and then you can always add a bit of sardine on it or a bit of prawn, whichever you want, but straight works. I put sardine on, the sardine got picked off, I felt the pickers, and then the cobby grabs the chocker. Take a strip like that, put it on the back, and tie it up. Put a little bit of sardine flavor in the water. Makes for a neat little bait, which apparently a cobby can't resist. Then, not to waste, take the back piece, cut it along the backbone, halfway, and that will fit the top one. Get the pickers going. Now what I firmly believe in fishing, especially edible fishing, is your bottom bait is what's going to catch your bigger fish. This meat we put for flavor in the water, it gets the action going, gets the small fish around it. Now, many years ago I used to go snorkeling and test the theories and hold a piece of bait in the water, and all your smaller fish will come to it first and start pecking away at it. And your bigger fish will come into the area and watch what's happening until it's had enough, it looks safe to him, nothing bad has happened to the smaller fish having fun, and then it just bullies all of them out of the way and grabs the bait. Now that's the theory. This piece, you can see it's very pop sardine, so I'm going to put this in the water. I want a bit of smell. The wind's blowing that way, where the brown water is going, so all the smell should move in along the rocks here, exactly where I'm fishing. a broken reef there, so the sinker gets stuck every now and again. Then you miss the strike. Seems to be a bit of a mixed bag there. Smaller fish. It gets to the bait first. It's not a big fish. We'll see now what it is. Barbel. Barbel and a Toby. Lovely. Not a big fish. Wasn't a big fish though. That was on the cob head. Must have been a raggy, but I don't think it was a very big one. And then as they do, they hold on to the bait. You try your best to set the hooks, but on a head like that, it's difficult. I just left it. It was about 30 meters from the side here, and it came and picked it up again. Now it feels like it's spattered again. You ought to set the hooks on that head. When they're small raggies, they mess around. They don't really eat. Now this is unbelievable. I left the bait right here, 10 meters, just over the lip. And it eventually came and fished it as well. So now I'm going to let it eat properly, because it's definitely not a big fish. I've got those short hoodlums on, which for a head is not the ideal. You want a bigger J hook for the heads. So I wasn't thinking. Okay, I think it cut me on the reef. At the end of the day, when I did set the hooks, it felt quite a bit bigger than the small fish that initially picked up that head. So I think something else came and fished it, yeah? It was a good fish. And that was my last good bait I had for a raggy or a shark. Finally another bite. Sure, proper mixed bag today. I think it's another sandy or brown shark, shy shark. If you're wondering why they call this a shy shark, if he will play along now, he normally calls up into a donut. We also call them donuts, and he puts his tail over his eyes. That's why they call him a shy shark. He's not ready to. This one's not shy. This is just a plain brown shark. But he's not that shy. Actually very pretty sharks. There's just too many of them here. So it kind of makes you despondent if you catch them the whole time. Okay, now that's not bad for what was expected. The water was a bit clean when we got here, some color washed in here. Water temperature is sort of in between, and what I mean with that is you either want 19-20 for the edibles or you want 17 and less for the ragged-tooth. But we managed to get a bit of action on both sides. It wasn't mayhem, like I said before, but there was bites in between. Bit of patience, we got the bites. We only got the raggy bite on that cob head. It shows you the yellowtail, not at all, not a single bite. Something picked up, but it looked like peckers, the mackerel and mullet that I slid. And yeah, unfortunately I lost that raggy 3 times on that head. When I finally hooked it, the line cut on the reef here. A lot of reef is washed open here in Tank Bay, and now it's a long walk back to Mpekweni. But I'll do that with a pleasure, because again I'm going to say the meals that you go for there is out of this world.